Vulnius, the dark spirit of the underworld, takes the form of a shadowy, horned creature with deep, sunken eyes that seem to absorb light. His skin is ashen and cracked like scorched earth, and he roams forests and marshlands, luring unsuspecting travelers with whispered promises and strange lights. Vulnius is both trickster and tormentor, capable of twisting the minds of those he encounters. His hooves are silent, leaving no trace, and his breath smells of damp, decaying wood.
To beings that haunt riversides and meadows under the cover of night. They have pale, almost translucent skin and long, tangled hair, sometimes woven with bones and wet moss. Their eyes, unnaturally large and glassy, hold an ancient sadness. Lambs sing mournful songs to lure lonely wanderers, only to drain their life force with their touch. Those who see them dancing in moonlit fields are struck by an overwhelming melancholy that can never be shaken.
Atviras is a fiery, mischievous spirit, a creature between a dragon and a serpent, often seen as a glowing streak in the night sky. His eyes burn like embers, and his body is wrapped in a shifting cloak of smoke and flame. He brings wealth to those who know how to control him but wreaks havoc on the lives of others, stealing grain and livestock. Those who attempt to capture Atviras without knowledge find themselves cursed, plagued by misfortune and endless nightmares. Ziberinus, the spirit of light, is neither entirely benevolent nor malevolent, but his appearance alone chills the heart. He drifts through darkened forests as a floating flame or ghostly lantern, a pale blue glow in the mist. His hollow eyes hold no mercy, and his presence heralds an impending death or disaster. Those who follow his light find themselves led into deep, pathless woods, where shadows swallow them whole.
Regana, the forest witch, is an ancient, terrifying figure who embodies death and decay. Her face is lined with endless wrinkles, her skin is tough as bark, covered in warts and moss. Regana's hair is a twisted mass of blackened twigs and bones, and her fingers are long, skeletal claws that can curse with a single touch. She lives deep in the forest, luring those who dare disturb her peace, and feeds off their life force to extend her own. The air around her is thick with a sickly, sweet smell of rot.
Kaukai are small, dwarf-like creatures that emerge from underground at night, their faces expressionless and white as chalk. They scurry through the shadows, hunched and draped in ragged, dark robes. Kaukai can bring wealth or ruin, depending on whether they are treated with respect or ignored. When angered, they leave a trail of misfortune and sickness, whispering in the night and clawing at walls until their victim loses their sanity. Ezerinus is the dark spirit of lakes and ponds, often seen as a tall, spectral figure with dripping wet hair and eyes as still as stagnant water. His skin has a greenish hue, like waterlogged plants, and his fingers are long, tangled reeds. He lures those who walk too close to the water's edge, pulling them into the depths where they are never seen again. Ezerinus carries the scent of damp earth and decay, and his touch leaves behind a frigid, numbing chill. Slogutis is the shadowy, suffocating spirit of nightmares, visiting people in their sleep. He has no solid form, appearing as a dark mist that presses heavily on the chest, robbing his victim of breath. His eyes glow faintly like dying embers, peering into his victim's soul as they struggle to wake. Those visited by Slogutis wake with a lingering fear and a feeling that something dark has taken root in their heart.
Gabia, the sacred spirit of fire, is beautiful yet dangerous, her form flickering like a gentle flame that can become a raging inferno. Her face glows with a soft golden light, and her hair flows like molten metal. Although she is usually protective, those who disrespect the fire or her offerings face her wrath. When angered, Gabija's flames turn blue and sear with a heat that can burn the soul as well as the flesh.
Pacunus, the god of thunder, is a towering figure with wild, storm-tossed hair and eyes that flash with lightning. His skin is rugged and dark, cracked like storm clouds, and his voice booms like thunder, shaking the very ground. He wields an enormous axe or hammer that glows with the power of a storm. Pacunus is fierce and relentless in his pursuit of evil spirits, striking down those who dare disrupt the natural order.